The rehabilitation and restoration of the Nairobi River basin has been a topic of discussion for almost 2 decades. And in the past 2 weeks, after an expose by the nation team, government agencies tasked with implementing the rehabilitation of the river have, in typical fashion, engaged in blame games. What has not been acknowledged, though, is the fact that those responsible for the troubles facing Nairobi River are large industries discharging waste into the river, and none of the agencies seems to have the ability to take any action. Zainab Ismail reports.
Efforts to clean Nairobi River have for long remained a distant dream. Years down the line, the ambitious plan is yet to yield concrete results. An expose by the Nation and NTV team on the sorry state of the river has jolted responsible agencies with each keen to show that it cares, promising to revive the lost glory of the river.
I'm happy because we are joining hands with the DPP. We are joining hands with the DCI to help us in this, to curb this madness.
We are trying to really upscale this activity. We want to bring everybody on board so that it is the government working on this, not just NEMA or even Water Resource Authority.
This is Kamongo Waste Paper Limited, an industry situated along Kampala Road in Nairobi's industrial area. The paper packaging firm recycles waste paper. That's where the good story ends. Hidden from the view in the backyard next to the recycled paper drying area lies the septic overflow tank. A dull greyish-brown color discharge fills the tank. When it overflows, it is allowed to flow into the sewer system through an outlet. Evidently untreated. Our attempts to interview the management about the situation were unsuccessful, as we were told the waste management experts were away on a trip. It is a scenario that is replicated in many other factories here. We visited several other industries in the area that were cited for failing to comply with the city's water quality laws in the past year. Our efforts to talk to the managers in charge, however, proved futile. Documents seen by NTV, furnished by an anonymous source within the Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company, revealed that more than 20 industries that have been in operation for years were yet to set up a water treatment facility by last year, a key requirement before discharging and disposing trade effluent into the sewer line. Some of these companies include Quick Park Limited, South Africa Kenya Limited, East African Tanners, Amin Tanneries, Thorlite Kenya, Schneider Electric, Dera Chemicals, Twin Africa Holdings, Genitems Limited, Apex Coating East Africa Limited, Twiga Stationers and Printers Limited, Opak Kenya Limited, PZ Cassons, Sphinx Pharmaceuticals Limited, and Dagoretti Slaughterhouse.
We also have industries, of course, that are also complicating our rivers by putting their waste on rivers. So that is the challenge that we have as we see it. And what it means, we need to empower our regulatory authorities.
We are telling the manufacturers, those who have industries, if you are using water to do your business or to manufacture whatever you are manufacturing, kindly make sure that you are connected to the sewer line. If you are not connected to the sewer line, wherever you are in the country, not only in Nairobi, if you are not connected to the sewer line, make sure that you connect, all right? If not so, close the shop.
We've closed down 48 facilities along the Nairobi River, and I think more than 50% have complied. The rest will ensure they comply.
Most of these companies were shut down for not having waste paper pre-treatment systems in place, hence discharging raw sewage into the sewer line or into the environment. According to the Water Act 2016, Section 1084, consent to discharge effluent into the sewer line may be given subject to conditions which include conditions requiring pre-treatment. In May this year, as NEMA came knocking, Gill Oil Industries, a cooking oil manufacturer, was the first to be shut down following accusations of failure to comply with regulations.
Nairobi is a government agency that is working with us, but which is directly involved in this.
It has not been the first time fingers have been pointed at the Nairobi Water and Sewerage Company.
The main suspects, we have them, and I mention them now. One of them, Nairobi Water.
NEMA asked the Urban Water Company to address the illegal discharges within industrial area. Most of these discharges find their way into Nairobi River as industries in the area are connected to sewer lines which are not functional. NEMA also issued Nairobi Water Company restoration orders to repair several damaged manholes across the country. When the city's water services body ignored court orders, NEMA obtained a warrant of arrest against the chief executive, Nahashon Muguna, last week. The bid to arrest him failed after he escaped the dragnet set by officers sent to his office to take him into custody.
We've sent out a summons. We are going to arrest him and charge him for these issues. Because the main challenge is basically the sewer system is dysfunctional, it's not working, and they are discharging raw sewage into our rivers.
All the summons issued by NEMA in the past have been acted on. And actually the effluent you see in the rivers is not directly from the Nairobi City Water Sewerage Company, trunk sewers or sewer lines. Most of it emanates from informal settlements which have no sewer systems.
According to the water company, the problem is the aging sewerage system which allows the effluent to leak into the river. But our source from the company dismissed those claims. The source intimated to us that some senior staff at Nairobi Water allowed individuals and companies to discharge a contaminated effluent into the sewer line, this despite having a license.
If the laws have a challenge, then we need to amend them. But for now, we have adequate laws. It's a question of enforcement. And we have put the enforcement agencies on notice. That is the Water Resource Management Authority, and then, of course, the NEMA itself.
Now we are going to take our booklet to the DPP, because we have them like this. We'll tell them, this institution or this company, we have issued them 20, 30, 40 restoration orders. They have not taken an action. Bwana DPP, a nonsense, no nonsense guy, take over.
We want to ensure that we upscale our enforcement actions and ensure all these agencies must and will comply.
The existing Nairobi sewer network, built in 1961, was meant to serve a population of less than 1 million. And despite the numerous attempts to restore Nairobi River over the past decades, the river continues to choke with garbage, industrial waste, agro and petrochemicals, heavy metals and other pollutants, which have caused the extinction of aquatic life and turned the river into an eyesore. Zainab Ismail, NTV.